What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Polyscape's Pro by Karanyi Sounds. The people over at Karanyi Sounds hit me up and asked me if I wanted to check out another one of their plugins. So I said, sure, why not? Kind of feeling that retro sound, go ahead and send it right on over. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Hit the key. All right, guys, so I brought you to the website first, basically to let you know they're actually about to drop a second version of this plugin called Polyscape 2. This plugin is typically $99, but it is on sale right now for $14.90. I think they're gearing up for the new release that's about to come out. With this plugin, it does have 230 different presets. It's obviously emulating analog sounds from like the 80s and so on and so forth. So it's perfect for that synth wave, that chill wave, anything like that. They sampled this from a few different synths. So it looks like they sampled this from a Sequential Prophet, a Nord, an Oberheim, looks like a Moog, and a bunch of other different synths. So it does have that nice, fat, thick sound. Let's go ahead and open up FL Studio. So when you do open up this plugin, it looks like this. It is for the Contact library. You have to have the full 6-player as well to have this plugin. When you look at the plugin, it is typical of a Karanyi Sounds plugin. So it's got this pole. This pole basically meshes the different layers together. So if you take it to the left, it's going to mesh the top 2 modules. And if you mesh it to the right, it's going to focus on the bottom 2 modules. So when you look at it, if you go left, it's going to focus on these 2 more. If you go to the right, it's going to focus on these 2 more. And if you stay in the middle, it's going to blend them all together. So this right here is your expression. If you push on that, obviously you can route it to whatever it is that you want to route it to. When we come over here into edit, as you look at it here, we'll go over more of the controls here in just a moment. Just know that you have different modules, you have different effects, and then you also have a master area as well, which has compression, a limiter, and then an EQ on there as well. My little sample beat is always, it's a little synth wavy type beat. It's not mixed down as always, you guys already know, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's a little beat that I put together for you guys. I know I let it run a little long today, but I don't know, for some odd reason, I kind of like that little synth wavy type beat. So let's go ahead and open this Contact 6-player back up. And so boom, bam, we have the plugin open. So with this, I'll go ahead and hit a couple of keys for you. So that's going to be the first sound that you hear. With this, I forgot to mention as well, with this Pro version that you get for $14.90 on sale right now, you also get another expansion pack. And that expansion pack is more so geared up for cinematic type music and cinematic pads and stuff like that. It's got a ton of different pads. But let's go ahead and check this out. So as we're looking here, you'll see here it's got 3 different little buttons or 3 different little layers. So the top layer controls the volume, the attack, and the release. Then when you come down to this next layer, you'll see here, if we just go ahead and click this button, we can turn the modules on and off. So there's different kind of EQs and there's different kind of high pass. So this is more of like a filter. It's supposed to emulate an analog filter. And then this right here is your high pass and your low pass. Down here at the bottom, you have ST 1 and 2. So this is basically spreads it out in your stereo width. So this spreads it out 50% and this spreads it out more with delay on there as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and hold some of these keys down. And then I'm going to turn this on and off so you can hear what it sounds like. So as you can see, you get that filter and you also get that high pass and that low pass. Down here, again, like I said before, this does spread it in the stereo width for you. So I'll go ahead and hold the keys down again. So you can hear how that made it super thick, made it wide in that stereo field. Let's go ahead and hit this ST2. All right, and so then next to that you have space. So you have two different kind of reverb types. So let's go ahead and just click that reverb up for you. Let's turn that one down. This one is a wider reverb, so it's extra thick. All right, and so let's go ahead and change this up and find a different sound. So let's just go ahead and hit this VHS flute. So now let's go ahead and come over here. This right here is pulse. So there's two different kinds of pulses. You have a regular pulse and then you have like a super jagged pulse. So let's go ahead and start here with 1/16 and it sounds like this. So that's pretty cool. Then when you come down here, it's going to get super jagged. And so let's go ahead and find another little instrument as well. Let's go ahead and hit this DX. So now let's go over to master. And in the master, you have EQ, you have compression, and you have a limiter. So let's go back to edit for just one moment. Let's turn this down. Now let's go back to master. All right, so now if we turn the limiter up, see it makes it super loud. We can turn compression up. You see how it, it caught it right there. And then you have EQ, you have different bands, so. And so those are basically all the controls. Now let's get over to the fun stuff. So the fun stuff is basically turning on different modules and then basically, mixing stuff up and getting the sounds to sound how you want. So let's go ahead and turn that flute on one of these. We'll keep the string sweeper on one and we'll keep the string sweeper on another one. So let's go ahead and make sure the volume is up on all these. Let's turn all these on. I don't know how this is going to sound. I just turned everything on, but let's see how this sounds. So now we can turn it down a little bit, but you see how you get a different layered sound. So now if we go back to this main menu, you have this pole over here. So again, remember, like I said before, if you go to the left, it's going to focus more on the top two modules. And if you go to the right, it's going to focus on the bottom two modules. So that's pretty cool. And then you can mesh all kinds of different sounds together. You can get all kinds of different stuff going. So you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and let's throw some birds up in here. I don't know exactly how this is going to sound. Again, this is just, experimentation. And then let's go ahead and throw Empty Plaza up in here. So now it's going to sound like this. We can come back over to main and mess with it though. Bro, that's so fire. And see, just like that, you can experiment around and find all kinds of just different fire little combinations. You know? So let's go ahead and check out some of the presets, because I know you guys love to hear the presets. So let's go ahead and come over here to keys. Boom, we'll drag this over here. And then just like that, it's in there. So obviously super synthy. So check out another one. Boom, let's drag this over here. Let's go ahead and throw this jump brass over here. I'm throwing this over here for my guy Av. You know what I'm saying? But there's a bunch of different solid little presets in here that you can use. Let's check this Robo Choir out. These vapor keys. We'll check out some of these strings real quick for you. So we'll just grab one at random. Let's get some Glass Love up in here. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? That's super solid. Let's go ahead and check out this Rising Sun. Just some solid sounds. And I guess we'll check out some pads real quick, just so you can hear what they sound like as well. Just grab one at random. And the same thing applies to, you can still start moving the pole around. All right, guys, so that's the plugin for you. As you can see, it does a pretty good job of emulating that vintage analog sound. So if you do synthwave, chillwave, if you're doing hyperpop, rage, EDM, really any genre that uses any kind of synth heavy sound, this might be the plugin for you. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.